Oh, behave.
Yeah,
Please
last time
behave.
I also had to check.
It deleted last
what's
episode.
behaving.
It just ate it.
No.
Oh no.
I mean, I never even saw it live.
Yeah, it just didn't happen, even though it was reporting excellent connection. Okay, it's reporting excellent connection again, but we know that doesn't mean anything.
YouTube.com
Alright.
slash.
It is showing up
Rowran.
as live, and I can hear your
Okay,
voice.
well, good, yay.
Yay.
I guess YouTube
But
just
didn't check
didn't
then.
last week. Well, hey, off to a great start. Welcome to Destination Divergence, episode 69, as always.
Nice.
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 Indeed.
60 beats.
As you can see, according to all known laws of aviation, there's no way an airship should be able to fly, but we're just gonna move on from that. Last time, you guys continued exploring the castle of Stormhome. You encountered a strange room with 3 magic circles in it and a bunch of statues. Carrick stepped in to get a closer look and barely escaped as a door closed behind him, and then several explosions happened on the other side. This also set off an alarm, which caused someone to come running around the corner, and then they ran away from you as soon as they saw you. You chased them down, and they revealed themselves to be the warden of the prison that they had fled into. And you got quite a bit of information out of them, and they're currently waiting for you outside the castle. You then made your way farther up into the castle using the only elevator you have left, and Milos used up the remaining charges of his assembly apparatus to dig a tunnel out of the collapsed elevator shaft. Unfortunately, this set off the anti-tampering security measures, which attacked you, and you all fended them off while Milos finished his work, and you have now made your way into the topmost floor of Stormhome Keep. I just preloaded the scene now, so give it a sec, and then I'll activate it here. But hopefully, I compressed it enough. I also changed how the elevator works. If you stand on the side that says down, you'll go down, and once you're down there, you'll see a side that says up, and you'll go up. Just drag your token there, and you'll move. That way, there's no wonkiness of having to click things. Right.
That sounds like Nick trying to open a locked door. by
It
making a
does.
drop.
Alright, detect magic is up. Do any of these doors look magic?
The
Ross
one,
goes and blows himself up.
the first one that Dross tried to open was a familiar, featureless stone door. It is magical. It's got some sort of minor abjuration enchantment on it. The one that Dross is at now looks similar, actually, though slightly more powerful. The one down the way looks not to be trapped. It looks like it has an abjuration enchantment on it of some kind, but it is much more powerful than either.
None of these are really that likely to come open without some serious force. This one's pretty protected, but not destructively.
We're not taking time for that now, right?
I believe that's correct, yeah. We just need to find Captain J. Peleus.
J. Peleus is a weird name.
Yeah, maybe it's an initial or something. Oh, we're leaving it.
Boy, I sure hope everybody's paying attention, because we're just sending it.
Yeah,
Going
this is about as deep as I go in League of Legends.
in. Just right in.
We're
All the
moving.
way, yeah.
Into the thick of it.
Oh god.
Alright, this door?
Alright, which door? That door? Big set of double doors in front of you, which, yep, similar featureless stone door.
Alright, and this one?
That one down there does not appear to be magic.
Jordan, can I light up my quarterstaff with radiant weapon?
You may. How much light does that provide you?
Good question. I think it's 30-30.
I'll just assume that. Doesn't matter a huge amount. There you go.
Thank you.
That is another featureless stone door, Drost.
Alright, we're out of options without breaking doors.
Yes, it seems to be the case. Why
Do I
not those
start
big
smacking?
double doors?
Alright,
We
the
can do
double
one as
doors. No, double doors it is. He said double doors.
well. All right. Want to
Alright.
smash?
Alright.
Becky.
Clickety clackety. I roll to attackety.
Guidance.
Roll damage. It appears that these doors, as you impact on them, they're more fortified for preventing people from coming inside the castle, and so you're able to fairly easily break them open, especially with the added leverage of them just being larger. It doesn't take long for you to burst open the lock in the middle.
There ain't shit out here.
You exit onto a large balcony which overlooks the sea.
I leap off the balcony.
Yeah, we know we want to go to the other side though, so we should keep going this way.
Is this one magic? Is this one magic?
Yes.
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 This looks promising.
Alright,
Same kind.
Yep.
Yeah.
Featureless stone door.
I'm going
Yes,
to
those base doors.
take the requisite action to doff my shield.
Yep.
I was gonna say undon, and then I remembered the word is doff.
D on, D off.
And
That's
I
a
will-
programming language.
I will two-hand my warhammer into the door.
All right, go for it.
Shield for the moment.
Alright, I was waiting for someone to say guidance, but they didn't say it.
You got a crit.
You didn't
Pay
need
it
last
off.
time.
And that's 16 on a
W-
crit.
Waiting for guidance is just RNG manipulation, really.
Yeah.
All right. You pull back the hammer and you kind of sit there for a second awkwardly after the wind up, hoping somebody will help. And then you eventually give in and just swing right at the door. And despite this being a somewhat fortified door, you hit it right in the center and it just kind of buckles inwards. It's buckled open enough that you could reach an arm through.
Nah, fucking hit it again.
You should really wait for me to cast guidance when you do that.
No.
I say without casting guidance.
Yeah, I'm gonna just smack it again.
All right, you aim for the opening and you just break apart the lock that's in the middle, barely holding together, and the door swings open.
I can pick.
I
up,
will
you know?
I will pick up and don my shield as I walk.
Mm.
Chances of everything
There's
here is
something over
locked
here.
as well. Is locked. Is open.
Oh. Ooh, well, let's go that way. Looks like there's another elevator there.
App.
Just a fun new word I came up with to describe those.
Ooh.
Hmm.
All right, I'm gonna
Surprising amount
enter
of
this
open
room.
doors.
Yeah. I wonder. I get the sense that maybe someone who doesn't care about security
Ooh.
is in here.
What are these
Oh.
maps?
Does any of this look like a dining hall?
This does not look like a dining hall to you, Leroy. How familiar are you with
Alright.
dining halls, though, as a Warforged?
Do
we
I
told
see
them for
cans of
dining
oil
halls?
anywhere?
No cans of oil anywhere.
Probably
Is that a
not dining
We're in the
hall.
library.
stuck into the map?
There
Having a lot
there
of
is
manic notes to it.
there is a knife stuck into the map with some papers there. Yes.
I have a request.
What is your request?
For the sake of time and convenience, can we do a group investigation check for the whole room?
Ooh,
Sure.
I like it.
Love this.
Anyone who would like to
Yes.
participate may, and yeah, since Drost called it out ahead of time, you may guide yourself or someone else.
In investigation.
Guide me.
Investigation, please. Group check.
Everyone get your little magnifying
I'll guide you, Leroy,
tiny heads up.
instead of doing it.
Yeah, it's a piece of paper. It has funny drawings on it.
All right. You spread out through the room. One of you takes over the notes. Who's going to take over the notes?
Me.
Volunteer. Leroy takes over the notes. The rest of you spread out through the room. Leroy, you look over these notes, and they appear to be just Lorandar business papers. There's explanations of routes that are going on currently, and some of their current plans for where they're going to put new airship docks, things of that nature. Just commerce planning.
Does it say anything about passage?
There is one note that you find that's actually torn in half that had passage written on it. It was like a question mark, and it's like scribbled out and torn.
Financial documents.
Look around the room. There's many different bookcases in here. They appear to be on various topics. A lot of them are just records, kind of in the corner up here. But many of them are scientific books. You begin to look over. And some of them are history books of the history of House Thorendar. This just appears to be what you would assume to be one of their main libraries here in the castle. Drost, as you look around the room very carefully with your spectacles,
Mm-hmm.
you notice that one of the bookshelves is out of place compared to the others.
Would it happen to be this one down here?
It would.
Hmm.
Your path collides with at least one wall.
God fucking damn it.
Yeah, the bookshelves are actual things.
I will lean up against it and just kind of push.
Give me a strength check. Or are you being more delicate?
Oh, I was like leaning.
Just
like
leaning on
basically
it?
Just use my weight, yeah. Like no muscle, just weight to start.
Feels like a bookshelf.
All right, now I'll muscle.
Smells like a bookshelf.
Now give me a strength check.
Tastes like a
Does it smell like
bookshelf.
a bookshelf?
Strength check.
Perhaps look for a lever, maybe.
You lean up against it, you push on it, and one of the shelves cracks a bit.
Okay. On second thought, it might move to the side. I'll glance around for a lever.
From another investigation check.
Oh,
Nope.
Didn't need it anyway.
A 1 and a 4, nice.
Don't see any levers anywhere.
I will start pulling at books.
Okay, you just start yeeting books off the shelf, or just one by one pulling them?
One by one, but also just eating them.
Okay, so you start pulling books off, just dropping them onto the floor.
Gently pull it
do
in
any
place.
of the books look like obviously a lever or button?
Well, eventually one is revealed as Dross keeps pulling books off the shelf. You can see some sort of mechanism attached to one of the book, and you just pull that one. Because there's nothing covering it anymore. By brute force, you finally find it.
Wonderful.
My favorite.
And as you pull it, there's a slight click, and the floor underneath the bookshelf just kind of sinks into the floor under Dross's weight slightly,
Oh, no.
and then begins to swing gently open, taking the wall with it.
Oh.
Wonderful.
You see inside quite a few more rows of bookshelves here.
Can someone with light come in the room, please? Thank you.
Dross saw something.
Does anybody know what this is? Damn, what the fuck is that?
Around the corner.
You see
say.
you see some magic runes on some sort of a stone thing in front of you. It appears magical, very magical to Leroy, though you don't recognize a school of magic, and there's a skeleton on it.
Can
Mm-hmm.
I detect the circle to see if I know anything about it?
You can roll me Arcana.
Guidance.
I'll assist.
Did I forget to put a Karg token? No, there he is. Okay. It's like,
If
Clemens and
I was
Eli here, okay.
persisting, Can I have advantage?
If you drag yourself to a new tile, you might do that.
wait, what happened? Did Milo? God damn it! There we go. Milo's embedded himself in the wall real quick. It's fine.
Do I get advantage on this check if Milos is helping me?
It's kind of hard to compare, like to give advantage on a knowledge check to like see what you know.
Well, can
Fair
I
enough.
also make an Arcana check? now?
Yeah. I
You
will
can make
roll
your
an
own, yeah.
I
Okay.
would love to make an Arcana check as well. Is that okay?
Oh, there it is.
Yes, anyone who wants to can make an Arcana check. Yep. Since you can't help each other with it, might as well make your own.
Alright, so mine's a total of 16.
All right.
I help when you could have quintuple advantage.
None of you recognize what this is, but those of you who rolled very high, Milos and Karik,
Shit.
This appears to be very old magic. This isn't like more recent modern magic. This wasn't created recently. It was moved here, whatever it was.
Hmm.
Can I look at the books on the shelves?
Ken, in 1 second. Karik, your skin is crawling upon entering this room.
Where did everybody go?
You're
Oh,
itchy
right up.
all over,
There you are. What's up?
especially on your dragon mark.
There's all these books everywhere. They intimidate me. I'm like
Mhm.
scrolls. There's secret passages that worries me. Makes me feel like somebody could jump out at any moment.
Hmm.
Does that weird question? Does that light up at all in Leroy's magic vision?
Yes, but it
Oh,
is
yeah,
not
it-
a recognizable school of magic.
Okay, it's just old.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Hmm.
Risk it for the biscuit?
Karik,
Hmm.
Karik, are you here? I'm not sure if you heard me call you out earlier.
He said he can't hear anything right now.
Said he can't hear, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh. There y'all are.
Yep, you eventually find the hidden bookshelf that the rest of the party disappeared through. You find it because there are books scattered on the floor, and the bookcase is like kind of tilted into the wall a little bit, and you just push it open.
Alright, with my 5 investigation, I was just trying to figure out really hard what that map was, and then kind of lost track of time.
Oh, yeah. That works.
And,
It's totally not because I'm an idiot, not an asshole.
I want. Hmm. Do I touch the skeleton, guys? Do I poke it? Oh gosh, I think
be extremely
You have to
careful. But
ask.
we have to. This has to be something. It's hidden for some reason. I just fear I might become that.
Nakarth, as you get closer to it, you notice it is just a bare skeleton, but it doesn't appear to be that old, just from your passive perception. There are actually like little bits of differently colored dust on the walls around it, and near you than there are in the rest of this chamber. There's some fragments of different materials scattered against the wall and floor around here in very small pieces. And the skeleton appears to be bearing a ring of some kind.
Oh. Leroy, is that ring also? Well, can I see like what the top of the ring looks like, or can I just see, like,
Are
the
you
bottom
trying
of the
to?
hand?
You're trying to see it without getting close to it, I assume?
Yeah, basically from this area.
Okay, that's gonna require a check. Yeah, roll me a perception check if you want to like try and make out what the ring looks like from various angles without getting too close to it.
That's fair.
is it glowing, by the way?
The ring is not glowing.
I mean, there's no way that circle just kills people, right?
I mean,
Ooh.
it's a magic circle.
No, there's no way.
Does the ring look like look to my list like a house signet?
Roll me a history check. You don't recognize this ring.
This may be an unanswerable question.
Mm-hmm.
Does it appear as though the person in that circle was the person doing things with that circle? Like, does it look like they cast the spell, or if they were part of casting the spell?
Does it look like they were part of
Like,
casting?
Does it look like they were a sacrifice, or does it look like this was a suicidal spell?
Roll me an insight check.
Ooh.
Can I do that?
I got a
Signs
new,
of
a new thing.
Sure, as soon as Leroy would bring up to you that, you know,
I'll
perhaps there's
vocalize
some
this.
strange something going on here, and then the rest of you could make an insight check if you want.
It's real hard to tell.
Oh, God damn it! I rolled a fucking 3. Are you kidding me?
That's
By the-
lower than that?
By the
I'm rolling
placement,
real dice.
Nikareth, by the placement of the bones here, it's really hard to tell. It's not a clear sacrificial position, but they're not like in a position of power or anything either. They just appear to be left here like somebody laid down, curled up, and something happened. Karek, now that you're back, your skin's fucking crawling, man, especially as you get close to this. You're itchy all over, and it feels like your dragon mark is burning.
Oh god. Yeah, this does not feel right.
It looks like it was brought here from somewhere else.
As you get closer, though, Karek, you do recognize the ring that is being worn here. It is the house signet ring of House Thorandar.
Oh, I have one of those in my pocket.
Oh, you do? Okay, then I
And I have the canon.
misremembered. Fair enough. No, well, I assume you would know what a Cannith house ring would look like, but if you got a Lorandar one, that's different. Yeah.
Yeah,
My
I took it
mistake.
from the Blade Singer. Oh well.
Thought you were asking from memory. That makes more sense. But yes, it is one of those.
Okay.
This one appears more ornate than the one you have in your possession, though, Milos. Or, yes, Milos. Now I'm mixing with the artificers.
Get the ring.
Was I the only one that felt that feeling, or?
No one else has vocalized it.
I was gonna read some books, or at least read some spines.
Okay, you look through some of the books. What languages do you know?
I know Giant Common and Infernal.
I don't think you even recognize the script, but I could be mistaken on that.
Does it look like the Draconic Prophecies?
Does it look like Among
Hold on.
Us?
Because I've seen those before.
It does not look like the Draconic Prophecies, no.
Alright, that would have been too easy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, when Carrick approaches, he backs away real quick after he experiences that feeling. He's like, does anyone else have like a really, really bad feeling about this?
I mean, I think it's spooky, but no kind of uncomfortable feeling.
No, this
same.
brought me down to my bones. This is giving me the shivers. I don't know what's going on.
In that case, shouldn't we do something about it? This could be making whatever else is in here. I don't know. This could be to our benefit if we
Maybe.
do something to it.
I am the only one with the Lyrandar dragon mark. I'm sure that has something to do with it. Maybe they did something to this guy's dragon mark.
I'm ever so curious. I really can't help myself. I'm gonna step into the circle and go for the ring.
All right. You reach into the circle. You grab Skeleton's hand,
Oh,
and you
For initiative.
pull the ring off.
huh. Well, that was anticlimactic, I say as I go to step out.
You step out.
All right.
Damage.
That was
Hope you got your backup character ready. But Leroy, you notice no change in the circle while Nakara stepped over it.
All right.
Karth, if you can go in, pull the body out.
Okay. I will step back in and gather up the remains in a bundle and
Yep.
try to take
You
it out
start
with
pulling the bones out. It's strange. Despite them being laid in a formation that's, humanoid, there's nothing connecting these bones. They're dry. And you just pull them out one by one. You lay them out on the floor next to the circle.
Do they look like they came from the same being?
Make me a medicine check.
Oh. All right, rolling real dice because fuck Foundry tonight.
Fair enough.
Oh my god.
First roll natural 20.
Sure is.
Calling it.
Fuck you, no.
First,
Nine.
not.
I rolled a 1.
You look over these bones and you start to kind of try to piece them together like a puzzle, and you're like, I don't know. Man, elven skeletons or something. This is House Lorandar. Who knows? You don't know that biology.
I'm tired. This place is weird.
Can I look at the medicine, see if I can tell?
Sure, go for it.
Help us.
17.
So you compare several of the bones and their proportions to see if they would likely all come from the same person or not. Make sure all the joints line up, things like that, and they appear to, yeah.
Thank you, Faye. Can anyone speak with that?
Oh, wait, can I? Hold up. I have been able to. I don't know if that's one that I've kept prepared. Let's see. Looks like no.
I cannot.
Another potentially strange question, DM.
Potentially strange.
And I understand I cannot read this, but does this circle bear any arcane resemblance to the, like, amplifier wands that we've seen?
Oh, like the siege staff and stuff?
Yeah.
No, that's very modern magic.
Okay. So
It's designed for the recent
color
war.
or the feel isn't the same.
No, this is whatever this is. It's from a long time ago. The siege staffs were invented in the last century for the 100-year war.
I'm really having a tough time figuring out what this might do.
We need to tread carefully given what's done to the body, but...
Well, we don't know. It did that. Well, it probably did that to the body.
It might have just decayed. Are there signs of skin or anything? There was nothing holding it together, Eric.
No. But then there were bits.
Well, I mean,
The
investigation
walls were
check.
slightly different. Oh.
Oh, okay. I love rolling.
If you're looking
investigation
for
checks.
skin.
I have a +8. Doesn't matter.
You guys are not lucky tonight.
Nope.
Are you kidding? I've rolled multiple 1 in 20 chances in a row.
You start looking for skin around the floor, and then eventually you find a Karth's foot. It's the first thing you find.
Some skin.
I mean, give it a try.
Well, you said the...
All right.
Faye has all the luck.
Faye looks around the room, comparing her, just medical knowledge with what's around, and like Nakarth saw, there's like differently colored dust scattered around this little area, this little kind of tucked away corner here.
Oh, he got exploded.
This dust looks more biological.
Good mold.
Oh dear. This might have been some strange interment chamber, perhaps?
Yeah, this is terrifying. I'm not sure what good is going to come from this. My mind wanted to believe that since we found some hidden cavity that we'd reap some benefit, but the more I see this, the more I think that
we should just leave.
We should pretend we've never seen it.
I think we should probably examine the library.
No good.
Yeah.
Might be doing right now.
I'm not sure if I can forget.
Well,
can't blame you.
Oh, you can mourn the sins of your house with the rest of its people.
So who's looking at books? I heard that mentioned.
Yeah, I'm gonna look at some books.
Milos will look at books.
All right.
Want to do a group check?
Yeah, anyone who wants to look over books. Well, first off, a few of you would immediately recognize these as an Elvish script. So anyone who knows that can participate in this check.
All
I
right,
got
I will
that.
back right off and not look at books.
You
Oh,
need
it's
a
all
you got
Elvish?
team.
Always has been.
It's all Elvish.
You want us to make an investigation?
Yep, group investigation
Guide
check for anyone
myself.
who wants to participate and knows Elvish.
Oh boy, 11.
Is it just Faye and Kark?
Oh, I'm rolling pretty well today.
Faye, you start looking through some of these books, but you don't understand them super well. I mean, you can read the script, but the books you're finding are all technical manuals. You're not sure what a lot of this means. You recognize some of the more arcane formulas and such. As you're a spellcaster, you understand that, but a lot of this appears to be directed more at artifice. Karek, you start from the other end and meet Faye in the middle, and you're reading journals. Many of them in different handwriting from another. None of them signed. They speak of the events of House Lorendar from a personal perspective. The perspective of the Baron of House Lorendar. You gather with that high investigation check that each set of handwriting, unique set of handwriting here, is likely a different one of the barons over the years, writing their personal accounts of not just the goings-on of House Lorendar, but its secrets. Or at least their secrets. A common thread you find as you flip through some of them is... oh, wait. My mind is blanking on the term here. I apologize. A common thread you find among these journals is contacting the firstborn. And firstborn is always used in plural. There's
Firstborn?
the firstborn used in a plural context. So multiple people called the firstborn.
Seems like a fairly inaccurate name then.
The books speak of reaching out to them, receiving advice from them, being empowered by them. More recent ones, the most recent set as far as you can tell, for the book has empty pages near the end. It doesn't appear to be finished. Speaks of, in more precise terms, of communing with the firstborn. The last entry in that book says that something is happening, something terrible is happening, and they need the firstborn's advice. If they're never found again, then something went wrong in their commune.
If the firstborn aren't found again, or if the person...
If the author is not found again.
Do these firstborn seem to be like people or like entities?
They seem to be people, and as you look through the journals farther and farther into the past, the tone of speech gets more and more personal, as if it's someone, not just, an informal working relationship, but somebody that they perhaps knew or used to know. They speak of missing them or wishing for them to be back, but this is better than nothing. At least we can still talk with them.
Ooh. Were they the firstborn of the dragon marked?
Perhaps.
Since I feel like it has something to do with your lineage, since you felt that sensation. Perhaps.
Yeah, maybe it went wrong. Maybe that's what that was. He was trying to commune with the firstborn, and it went horribly wrong.
Maybe.
That would explain why the realm of death came here. Hmm.
This is concerning.
Not to
Very much so.
get in the way, but I know this is deeply disturbing now, but do you think this is related to why we're here?
Might be. I don't know. He's gonna pocket the journal though.
We can always come back here.
Okay, so you pocket the most recent journal?
Yeah, the most recent one.
Alright, cool.
Alright, I don't want to take anyone's light source away, but are we moving out?
I got a light source.
Okay. So in terms
It's a cone light source, but it still works.
In terms of the structure here, what I remember is that we want to get to the northeast quadrant. So that was what we were missing on the second floor, and now we're up here, and we can't get there either.
So we have to go down this way. So we got to come back down.
So real quick out of character note, I'm definitely getting concerned that I may have completely, I mean, I'm assuming, I don't know if Jordan would let us chase ourselves in a circle for this long, but I'm concerned that we've completely fucked ourselves because there's no, it looks like there's nothing on this floor that lets you get into the northeast. On the second floor, there's nothing that lets you get.
That goes to the northeast, I think.
There's a door in the hallway we passed.
Oh, there's doors. Okay, there's doors. Yep. Let's try break.
There's also one closer to us.
Yeah, don't worry. It's not unsolvable.
yeah, we can go this way.
Oh, there's a door there. I thought that was a dead end. Okay.
Have we determined whether the notes on this map with the knife stuck through them are meaningful at all?
Leroy read them and determined they were financial documents. There were plans about routes on the map and things like that. That's a map of Corvair.
That's just another elevator.
Nope, this is unlocked.
Oh.
And
Did we go through this room that I'm in?
Where's?
We didn't go in that room that you're hovering. No. Yeah. You just opened the door.
During quick search.
You do a quick spin. Place looks ransacked. There are drawers pulled completely out of tables and left on the floor. All the random parts of wardrobes are open, and despite the appearance of the map, all of the beds appear overturned.
Nothing like a potentially askew tile that somebody could have missed that leads to a secret hidey hole?
Roll investigation. That's a little more than a quick spin. As you spend time looking through the room, kind of inspecting some of the tiles on the floor, and you don't find anything hidden, but you do know that everything here is identical. All the beds are the same, all the tables are the same, more so than any other room you've seen here. It's kind of strange.
Okay, whatever.
Leroy, do you want me to just pull you to the group, or are you purposely staying behind?
I have been staring at this circle trying to figure it out.
Okay.
Sort of sat on the floor.
All right, so let's just handle that real quick. What are you trying to figure out about it? Like, what? Or are you just trying to reach out to it, or like, kind of what's the?
I'm trying to understand the magic. I'm starting to get a sense if they were talking about the called, if they were actually talking about what they were reading. I'm starting to get the sense that it's a circle that might divorce the soul from the body, at least for a time. And I'm trying to understand how that might work.
Okay, so you're just sitting in contemplation then?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool. Very well. The rest of you, except for Eli, who's still in the library, walk into what appears to be a lounge. There are nice cushions and couches everywhere. There are some instruments for entertainment, and there's even a table in the back with some cards and games on it.
This is a nice little room.
It's fancy.
Well, damn. Does this look ransacked?
You can roll me a perception check. If you want to look for an investigation check if you want to try to find anything. But quick spin around the room. Yeah, honestly, quick spin around the room without even a perception check. It doesn't look like there's much kept in here to be ransacked. But as you look around a little more closely, you see some of these chairs are different sizes, which is kind of odd. If this place is all for elves, or half-elves rather, that seems a bit strange. But other than that, there's some cards and games on the table that appear to be kind of scattered a little bit, but not taken.
I try to move this big chair.
You can. It's pretty easy for you as a Goliath. It is a nicely made chair. As you pick it up, you can feel that it's well built, but you're so strong, and you have that trait that makes you double carrying capacity, that you just lift it up easily and move it.
Yeah.
Is there anything underneath it?
There are tiles of floor underneath it.
Of course.
There's something about this chair. I don't know. I'll just push the other one over.
You give a quick kick to the chair, and it just tumbles by Faye, barely missing her.
I mean, they do a lot of business. They could just have different sized chairs to accommodate different sized guests.
This doesn't seem like a place to do business. It looks like a personal lounge.
What do you think's going on with the chair?
I don't know.
I would like to insight the chair.
Go ahead and roll insight on the chair. I'll allow it.
I was kidding, but okay.
Vibe check the chair.
11.
Man, that chair's got some good vibes. You feel like you could relax there for a while. It looks comfy.
You know,
I'm just gonna sit on it then.
can I cast Detect Magic?
You can.
I'm getting a weird vibe. I'm not going to ritual cast it. Just normal cast.
Chair.
Okay. You cast Detect Magic.
Do I see anything magical?
Lots of your party members' equipment are very magical.
That's it, though.
That like organ over in the corner looks magic.
Ooh.
It's faint. That's there.
I'm gonna wander over to it and take a look. Not gonna sit on it though. That
Alright.
seems dangerous.
I'm gonna vault over this couch and lay in it luxuriously.
It's huge. Yeah, you can easily lay down and it's tons of
As I watch
space.
what the fuck is going on? Interesting.
Does the organ look? Can I determine what area of the organ looks magical and look specifically there, or just the whole thing looks
The
magical?
whole thing looks faintly magical.
He's gonna press one of the keys.
It makes a little bit of an organ sound. Just echoes through the chamber a little bit.
Shrug. Turn around.
What if I...
Investigate it for anything out of place.
Sure, roll investigation.
Right?
Brent's just smiling to himself.
You find above the keys, you just kind of, you get a feeling around the organ at different places, and you find a place that has some give to it. So you push on it, and then it pops down. And it's like some sort of there's a lot of gears and pins inside, and it appears to be like a magical music box, and the organ just starts playing music automatically.
Oh, it's a fake. You just pretend to play the organ and have music come out.
It's pretty
Um,
legit.
Just continues playing. It's a pretty nice tune. It's very soothing, but joyful.
Can I try and see what I can loot from the organ without stopping the tune?
Without stopping the tune.
Yes.
How many of these pipes do you really need, actually?
All right.
You feel like you could, if you wanted to scrap it, you could get a couple parts from it, but you feel like there's not really any way you're going to be able to get parts from it without ruining it.
Okay, I'll just take it apart.
Okay. You all watch Milo sit there and kind of look at this organ for a bit after it's playing music. And like, oh, it's a fake. And then he just pulls out a tool and jabs it into the middle and starts wrenching around in there and just pulls out a handful of gears. And it's like, these are the valuable ones. Yeah, it starts making these terrible noises. Like, have you seen the videos of people pushing down on the big bin of rubber chickens that all like that's kind of the noise it makes while he's digging around up there. That's what the nice organ sounds transform into halfway, and then it dies, and it just kind of.
Thank you for your parts, organ, and I'll just pat the organ.
You get 2 sets of parts.
2 sets of parts.
You got organs.
You got organs.
I'll call back up to Frost. I believe your expertise could be used on a door this way.
I'll look at Nakarth for a second, and then I'll reach down and lift up the table that I'm standing next to and look under it.
That's fair.
Roll investigation.
Take your time. We're not in a rush.
Tell me if you ever don't want me to roll with advantage.
Nah, I mean you got a thing for it, right? Your eyes?
I got-
Yeah.
Yeah, I got the item.
You're peeking under the table. It makes sense. You look around under the table. All the cards and things slide off the table. The unlit candle tumbles down behind it, and you see all those things fall at the other side of the table. It looks like somebody taped some cards under the table over there.
Yeah.
But the floor is floor.
Eating bastard.
The floor here is
Drop
made
the
of floor.
table.
It is, yes. It's made of very much floor.
Yeah, I'll just drop the table.
100% free range organic floor.
I know there's something in this room. I just cannot find it.
Well,
Finally, you hit the door.
thank you.
Clickety clackety.
Roll to attackity.
Wackety.
Bam. Door. You sink your hammer right into the gap between the door and the wall, and the door just buckles inwards, and you're able to just use your other hand to just bend it all the way farther. You see? Oh,
Oh,
Thank you, Trost.
fuck that door.
see? A small water fountain,
Yeah.
a bunch of tables, some chairs. This is overlooking the ocean.
This looks like a nice officer's lounge.
Up.
Separate from the
Yeah.
general lounge.
Looks like everything below a certain point got blown off the tables by the wind and shattered. But there's a few things up higher where they're slightly more sheltered by the right angles of the wall there.
Oh, like a few bottles of little something something.
Yep.
Oh,
Mhm,
little sucky sucky.
You find
Nakarth
you
will,
find 3 bottles of fine wine.
Nakarth will just slip
Ooh.
those into his bag.
Go for it. You may mark those down.
Great with some McDonald's.
Drost, you almost tripped over a the one thing that appears to have not broken after falling off the table is a golden like goblet of sorts in the ground there.
Does it look magical?
Oh, what the fuck? I'll just pick it up.
Does not look magical.
Oh, okay. I was hoping it was.
Is it magical?
Does not look magical.
Oh,
I was hoping I'd pick it up and it'd do some fucky shit, but whatever. I'll just pick it up.
like 100 necrotic damage.
This
I
just
can
seems
pick
like
it
the
Does look fancy though.
elite's place to hang out.
Alright,
Yeah,
well,
no,
I
if it
guess
takes
I
me
take
beyond that.
this. I'm stick it in my back pocket. Mm,
But euphemism?
nope, that one's pretty direct.
Oh.
Got big old back pockets.
Go look and poke his head out and see what he can see out over the water.
Okay, easy enough with
along
your.
the side.
I'm just gonna move you slightly here so you can see past the edge here. But
Well, if I had light.
if you had light, yeah, that would help. You peek your head around the edge and then realize you don't have dark vision, so you cannot see very far.
I don't want to activate my mask every 2 seconds.
Can we
It's only
ravage?
last for 10 minutes.
Can we
Faye,
ravage this room for valuables?
Would you mind floating your light out here, please? Faye?
Oh yeah, Chris.
Thank you.
I did not hear my name.
Whoop! Say my name, say my name.
I'm just trying to like see if there's anything along the walls or anything to keep going.
Yep, Faye. Nakarth is currently like precariously hanging out from the wall. He's got like one hand planted on the wall to his left that is somehow sticking there, and he's kind of putting all his weight leaning away from it, just with some weird monk technique he's using to balance out way over the edge.
Hey buddy, you're making me nervous. You think we might want to go try from the north hallway?
I mean, I can literally walk on water.
Yeah, well, we can.
Water's a long way down.
Pretty far.
Yeah, the water is over 1,000 feet down from you.
Oh, Jesus, no. Okay.
You're on a castle hanging off a mountain.
Looks down.
Alright, that's fair.
Alright. What do you say we go back to where we came up? See if we can get through those
Yeah,
doors.
that seems like a good plan.
Okay.
You know, I think I can see the second floor from here.
Actually, as you look out over the edge and just kind of lean over a little bit and look down, it appears the higher floors are tapered out higher than the lower floors.
Oh, weird.
Extra upsetting.
Oh.
So it's an even
sorry,
more
Eli.
it's an even more disturbing angle to look down over, as it doesn't look right as the ground comes out from underneath you.
Do we not care what this room is? Are we just getting the fuck out of here? What are we doing?
We're trying to get to the damn dining hall. As far
Wait,
as
why are we going to the dining hall?
We should
That wasn't in the recap.
to the north. We know it's a big room, and I think they said it's either on the 3rd or 2nd floor, and it's gotta like physically it has to be in one of these like northeast sides of the castle that we haven't had access to. So we're trying to get to the northeast.
Why are we
Yes,
going
what-
there?
What's special about the dining hall?
Because that's where
That's where the dude is. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
He's been overtaken by hunger.
All right. Well,
But-
you know what's about to happen.
I know what's about to happen. Drost pulls back his hammer, swings it at the door in front of him.
Not once.
It glances off the door
Oh,
for a
I get to
moment.
reroll that. All right, so that's
Nice.
actually an 11.
So it glances. You feel some resistance as it kind of you swing the hammer down, and it starts to move in an angle that you don't expect. But you're used to fighting these doors that have these barriers on them, and you just put more strength into it right at that moment, and you just see a little ripple in the air that then shatters, and then you hit the door and make a dent in it. Leroy, the door is no longer magical.
Oh, well, it's not magic anymore.
All right,
that's weird.
hit it again.
Now it's easier. You manage to hit it. There's no resistance midair, and you get a nice clean hit on the door, and it swings open. But I'm going to describe the inside of the room before I actually open it for you. On the floor, you see a bunch of different grates. There's kind of a blue mist rising from the grates and filling the room. And Leroy, this looks like some sort of abjuration magic, which Milos would see as well. You still got detect magic up.
Yes.
The wall itself, now that you can see it more clearly, appears to have some sort of magic inlaid with it as well, though it's likely abjuration, but it's kind of hard to see through the mist. The mist is mostly hanging to the floor, but some wisps of it are starting to rise up whenever an air current moves over them. As you push the door open, actually, a lot of the mist starts to rise and swirl into the middle of the room. There's lots of machinery around the edges. Different pipes and pistons are just working at something. It's very strange. And then the elephant in the room is a giant head on the other side of the room attached to the floor, walls, and ceiling. It is just a head, and it is sitting there in the mist. You feel like the eyes are large enough that you could crawl inside. It could eat all of you up in a single bite. This is a massive robotic head.
Oh.
And is just
Robotic?
sitting there motionless. It appears to be some sort of warforged.
What the fuck?
Does it have a? Can I reach out and see if it has a mind I can communicate with?
You can try.
I will reach out and say, "Hello, who are you?"
As you reach out, you start to hear this humming noise in just in the background start to rise, and the head starts to tilt slightly as you hear this noise of it almost spinning up a little bit, and the eyes creak open, and it looks up at you, Leroy, directly at you.
Clement's careful about those grates. The smoke is magical.
Oh dear.
This isn't any machine-like thing that's Canathy that Milos would have ever seen, right?
I mean, it's definitely warforged, so it's definitely Canathy in that way.
Yeah.
And go ahead and roll me a history check, Milos,
Woo, history.
with advantage.
Ooh. Alt history advantage 24.
All right. This isn't something you've seen in person, but due to your backstory, where you've been, and just your knowledge of House Cannith matters in general, you've heard of these being used, but you thought they were all decommissioned or dead. This is the head of a warforged colossus.
Oh.
Giant titans that would walk across the battlefield, essentially whole fortresses of themselves that could hold an army inside. Piloted from within with limited autonomous control.
Do I recognize this?
I don't know that you would have seen one used, but if Milos would bring it up, you'd be like, "Oh yeah, that's what it is." I didn't really consider the scale of that before.
Milos would communicate saying, "This is some kind of warforged colossus. I thought they were all decommissioned, but
I mean, it's just a head. It looks pretty decommissioned to me.
well,
But what
if
is
there's a
the
head, there might be
purpose?
more of it. Have we seen what's
How-
below this floor?
I'm pretty sure, yes.
Check.
Yeah, we've been underneath this room before. I think there's a bathroom somewhere underneath us.
Not. Yeah, we've partially been underneath this, but Jordan, what are so like on the map there's these it looks like giant metal pipes that are converging on him from the north and the east.
Yeah, there
What
are.
what do those look like?
From the floor and especially from the walls, there are just big bits of metal, just struts that are holding it aloft. There's one coming down from the ceiling as well, but the biggest ones are from the floor and walls. It appears that the whole thing is organized so that the underneath of the head, like directly where its neck would go, isn't touching anything. And that's why it's supported from the other sides mostly.
I will yell out to it from across the room. Do you have a name?
The mouth creaks open slowly. And then you hear in a familiar sounding voice, but far, far deeper, unknown query.
Oh no.
Oh, it's one of these fucks? Alright, we're getting the fuck out of here.
I go look
What
at Leroy.
is your name? It might not know if it has one, but it might have one and know it.
Unknown.
Does it actually have markings on its head?
No. Sorry,
Okay.
no. believe it or not, there's no actual like official art of a Warforged Colossus that was suitable for a token. So I just took a normal Warforged one and made it big. That's why it's so low resolution if you zoom in on it.
List quarries, please.
Unknown.
I tried.
It was a good shot, I would say. That's a pretty good one.
Yeah, I thought it was a good idea.
I typed /help.
If /help doesn't work, then we're just fucking screwed.
Warforged Colossus -H. Yeah. Colossus -H. Perfect.
How do we access the northern door to this room?
The head appears to try to turn slightly in midair, which is strange because it's not connected to anything, but it just creaks against the restraint slightly, then snaps back. Unable to read north. Unable to read east. Error restrained. Please remove obstacles. Error.
But y'all,
What
but
is-
I don't think we should remove any obstacles from that thing.
Agreed.
What's it
Not
gonna do?
yet.
Bite us?
Yes.
I mean, if it does, it would swallow us whole.
You could have eye lasers. It's a big fucking robot.
The Colossus system is equipped with several forms of laser weaponry, including
Jesus Christ.
including an incineration beam.
My God.
Would you like to see a demonstration?
No.
No, thank you. Who do you serve?
That's
But
a little
also, yes.
frightening, guys.
Unknown. It appears to tilt its head slightly.
I show
Who-
him the signet ring.
Who do I serve?
Will you help us?
You serve us. Can you laser that door, please?
That would require.
Incinerate.
No. That would require unrestraining.
Drost, make me a persuasion check.
Okay, I will.
Oh God. That's not even a natural one. Oh man.
31, guys.
Incinerating door. And it unhinges its jaw. And then a massive amount of light starts to flash behind the back of its neck.
I get it the fuck out of the way.
I'm gonna move away from this
Yeah.
door.
I'm just gonna... Okay, Eli and Leroy, make me dexterity saving throws.
Double right
damn.
click is not the right
It's
color.
this door. It's the door it can see.
Yep, that's the door it can see. And nobody... Two people did not get out of the way. Fortunately, the DC was 20. So you both duck and roll to the sides as the beam, which is 10 feet wide, punches a hole through the door next to Eli, who actually has to move out of the way. And let me just do some real quick impromptu map editing because
Guys? Guys?
Guys,
What just happened?
It just listened to us.
Did it? You
did
called
what
out
we
listening
said.
to us? Really?
It do exactly what we asked for.
a hole is blown in the wall out through into the world. You can't see the end of the beam as it disappears into the distance.
Oh dear.
Oh my God, this thing is amazing. We're taking
Please,
it with us.
so maybe
I
don't
do
ask
here?
it to attack any more things. That was a little bit terrifying.
I want this thing. I want it to come with us.
Do you think we could strap it to the airship?
Oh my God.
Error. Restrained. Remove restraints.
I know.
Call me crazy. We should remove the restraints.
I think you're crazy.
I think
You're
What
crazy.
will happen if we
You're
remove the
crazy.
restraints?
I fear someone who actually has clearance. We'll tell it what to do, and it will just turn on us. I think we should just leave it.
I think you should live your life not ruled by fear.
If we remove your restraints, will you help us?
Unknown.
Okay, this no, I don't like that.
That's fair.
Well, at least he's
honest.
honest.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I'm
they're not-
going to go check where the fucking beam went.
Yeah, same.
So I can't edit the background of the map, but I deleted the walls where the beam went, so you can just see through that hallway now.
And do you need to edit the world map as well, please?
It's just a beam of
Yeah,
fog going
classic-
in the distance.
Classic zoom out to a picture of the whole Earth, and there's just a beam traveling from as a tangent to it. Yeah.
We're still paused.
Oh, my bad.
Oh hey, there's a hole here.
Oh my god, this thing is amazing.
Thank you for doing as we asked. To which node are you bound?
Node.
We
On
belong to some operator.
operator.
Yes to us, not no us.
As you say that, Leroy, its head kind of tilts back in the opposite direction, straining against the restraints again. And you can literally see gears turning inside its head.
This is so cool.
Smoke starts to rise from parts of it as it's thinking, operator, 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 and it starts to tilt back the other way.
I have it on good authority that I am the operator in a certain context.
It looks down at you. Operator?
Yes.
Dada?
Daddy?
It tilts.
Maybe 25 times my size, but
It tilts backwards. And you can see where its neck should be. There's a ladder. The neck is hollow.
Baby, am I
Get in there, Dad.
All right. You climb up into this thing, and it is extremely hot in here. Like there's been some machinery going off like crazy, which makes sense. It just fired off a massive weapon.
An incinerating laser.
Indeed.
Indeed.
You climb up inside, and you realize that the eyes are actually windows.
To this hole?
You can see your friends out through these two panes of magical glass in front of you. Everything here is fucking magical. It almost hurts your eyes. There are several sets of controls in front of you. Pardon me while I make sure I get this information correct.
Guys, am I having a stroke or did I just climb inside a Warforged Colossus and find its control center?
Is
Dude,
having
use your
strong.
fucking spiral power.
uh, I could have sworn there was a thing written down for this that I remember reading. Ah, okay. There are 4 sets of controls in front of you. Each of them are different. They all look very magical, and they all look far simpler than you would have expected. Except for one. There's one up high in the top of the skull. There's one right in front of you, and then there's 2 down to, like, in either cheekbone, essentially. The one right in front of you looks unbelievably complex. The one above you looks simple, and it's just two places that look like you just put your palms on it, like just two handprints. One to the right appears to be it's strange. It's like a set of levers that have another set of levers underneath. Far too far away for someone to comfortably operate both at the same time. And then the one on the left is a chair with some kind of handle right in front of it, right in the middle. It has some buttons on the handle. And that's what you see on the inside.
Guys, I think it may be safe to release this from its bonds.
I don't believe you.
Heading up towards the palm one in the brain.
All right. I'll take a look at how I could release this
Yeah, my list will
entity.
also do that.
Investigation checks, please.
Investigation.
I'll try to follow Leroy up inside.
26. Does this involve artisan's tools?
Not yet.
Okay.
Ooh.
There's 3 more sets of controls in here.
So, Milo, Strauss, and Carrick is helping out as well, it looks like. You look for ways to release these restraints. It appears this is sealed to the outside of the skull somehow in multiple places, and similarly very strongly connected to the walls. You might have to cut through it somehow, or find some way to... It doesn't look like there's a mechanical structure for removing it. It looks like you're going to have to find some way to destroy the restraints to remove it.
Are there any points inside that look like they've been... Like the... is there a bolt I can unscrew?
You look around inside, and it's kind of strange actually. Now that you're in here and you've taken a moment, a lot of the interior here looks rusted, and not necessarily old, but anything that wasn't metal appears to have been worn away. And you gather it's like this thing has been underwater for quite some time. It was just flooded and exposed to the elements for a while.
Interesting.
You don't find any screws to unscrew, though, no.
Bummer. What do you all think the odds are that we could actually get this thing out of here?
Zero. Eventually,
Extremely low.
probably.
Hey, Mr. Colossus, can you fly?
The Colossus moves with a bipedal body. Its feet shake the ground and terrify all those who are under it.
You're underneath.
Yeah.
It doesn't really look like you have any feet or legs or any body.
The head kind of shifts downwards, and Leroy, it's kind of hard for you to stand on your feet as it suddenly starts moving forward. It tries to look down. It says, "Error. Error."
Don't give it a crisis. Don't talk about the body.
Yeah, maybe not that. If I made you fly, could you fly?
Unknown.
Give me a moment while I read the exact wording on my fly spell.
If it says humanoid, that's a little different.
Willing
it is
creature.
Okay.
Of course, it only lasts a minute, but
There's a lot of damage that can be done.
Wait, no, fly lasts 10 minutes, doesn't it?
Does it?
Yeah.
Yeah,
1
it
minute? Sorry, that's
lasts 10.
far step? No, fly is also willing creature and it does last 10 minutes, yeah.
All right.
That's fucked. Doran's like, fuck.
you ever just like give yourself admin privileges for a death cannon?
It would take an enormous amount of parts and metal to rebuild the body, wouldn't it?
You're not even sure where you'd start. You've only heard of these things, Milos.
Daitan just sees his fucking castle getting sliced through, like when Deadpool's head gets cut off.
Yeah.
Wolverine.
Yeah, camera cuts to Daitan up on the roof real quick. A beam just blasts out of the castle and debris goes everywhere, and he just and the camera comes back to you guys.
Wait, so did we not try and beat this door down yet?
The Warforged.
No one has
Oh, no,
attacked
we
that
should
door.
do that. I do think so. Now that Leroy's in here, I mean, this is a great time to beat down that door because we know it's not going to retaliate.
Oh, true. I'm gonna
Yeah, go ahead and
beat
do
down
that,
the
then.
door.
I'm gonna guide you.
Guidance. Oh my god. I've never had that
That's
before.
nice.
Alright, normal roll. Guidance. I don't need it. But it's there.
You keep
Blam.
rolling max damage.
Once again, this door appears to be fortified against something bashing it from the outside.
Oh, hey.
You managed to burst it open.
Oh damn it, it's just outside again.
At this point, we
Oh,
need to rename your hammer lockpick.
Wait,
I'm not waiting.
We've
no,
got
no,
another
no, that's
door
good.
over here.
No, I'm glad.
Bonk it.
Alright.
Alright, I'll be back then.
Hit it with a bonk. And
It appears to be trying to strain against the restraints to get to you, Leroy. Error. Hold on, multiple things going on at once.
Duty. God.
Oh yeah.
New entrance to this room.
It just gives a nod, but it like kind of goes down and then gets stuck, and then just like trying to go back up again, but it can't strain against the restraints.
I'll be back.
And it just gets stuck there, kind of vibrating up and down.
Poor thing.
Before it violently clips to the floor.
It's like a video game glitch. All right, Drost is attacking the door. Wham bam.
Thank you.
Man.
Was Wamba? Oh, do I need to hit it again? I was waiting.
You
No,
it's
you open the door.
it's open.
Oh, we open. Oh shit, it's open. Oh my god.
Dross just keeps whacking it. It's open. It's open. Dross. It's open.
It's open. It's open. Stop.
Stop, Drost. Stop. Jeez.
Already dead.
Oh,
Ross,
a
oh
hallway.
my god.
Damn it.
The door.
Fuck.
Oh, the door.
There's a door here. Oh, it's locked.
Fuck.
So there's another one down here as well.
Why are all these doors so
Over
fucking
here.
locked?
All right.
Wither magic.
That's so. That's another featureless stone door, Nakarth. This door ahead of you here appears to be fairly fancy, and Leroy, it looks pretty magic. This one does. This one
is worn off by now.
Yes. This one does have a real lock though.
Oh. Flavors of magic.
Abjuration.
Abjuration. Eric,
Which
do
one
your
is that?
homework. That is
Protection.
Warding spells, etc. Yeah.
So tougher door.
Tough at
I mean, I can try and pick it.
cool.
And I try and pick it.
Go ahead and make a roll.
That with what modifier?
Here's my
Um,
question: can you cover evocation magic with illusion magic to make it invisible?
There is a spell that changes the aura of other spells when how they appear to detect magic. It's like Mystic Aura or something like that.
Yeah. None of us knows that spell.
Either way, go ahead and roll. So Milos, it's a d20 plus your intelligence plus expertise plus a d4 because of your race.
23. You know what? I'll flash that. 28.
All right. You realize you put the lockpicks in, you start to work with it, and you're like, I could get this done in like 5 minutes, but I'm just gonna. And then a bit of magic arcs up the lockpicks, and you just click, it's open. Less than 10 seconds.
Perfect. Oh.
Inside,
Oh.
you see a magic circle on the ground with quite a few statues around the outside of the room.
Now, I don't know much about magic circles, so
Is this a
someone
portal?
who knows something about magic
All
circles.
right. I'm gonna
It
look
is
into
not
it.
a portal.
Swiggity Swanna, give me the Arcana.
Go ahead and roll that Arcana.
Lock me.
There's
Also,
something
like,
definitely familiar about this Fae, but you can't put your finger on it. Go ahead and look at it, Leroy. Give me that Arcana.
Yeah.
Karik beat you to it. This is teleportation circle.
Ooh.
Oh. Neato.
So if one of you marks down or otherwise records the rune pattern of it, you could return to the circle by casting the teleportation circle spell.
Oh, absolutely. Just throw that in the party funds. Who's good at doing that? I'll do it.
Yeah, you
Just
can
put
do
it in the
that.
party
I
funds.
will just literally mark it down in case our
Okay.
DM do be that way.
Yeah, you got it. All right, good.
Your DM is forgetful.
And the statues, how they be looking then?
Leroy, you look at the statues, and the statues themselves don't look magical, but you take another look, and there's just a faint bit of magic around each of their eyes.
Examine.
Take a closer look, and divination looks like.
Access keys.
Divination magic and all these statues. Trying to think what would be useful. Maybe
Perhaps they are sensors to make sure no one enters the circle.
I thought.
The eyes look like the access keys that we've previously seen.
They appear to be an actual fixture of these statues. They're not jammed into the faces.
Hmm.
Oh, that's interesting.
Well, that's cool. No, let's go to the. If we can get this northeast elevator to go down, then I think we're where we need to be.
What if we just jump down?
It is a.
Probably.
Make that jump.
It is actually like a what do you call it? I think I described it before, but it's like the floor around it like closes in with multiple like triangle shaped panels that I forget what that's actually called.
We tried to go through this door.
Nope.
No.
How about you bonk it, Drost?
I'm
You're
a
good at
bonk.
bonking.
3, 2, 1, bonk. Oh fuck.
Drost, you're like, Drost says, I'm pretty good at bonking. Pulls back the hammer and then just you go to hit the door, it flies completely out of your hand and scatters on the floor. You feel like you didn't damage the door at all.
Fuck.
What was that, Drost?
It's okay, Drost. Everyone has a slippery hammer once in a while.
Handing hammer back to Drost. Do you want to try that again, buddy?
I am dejected, but I will not be defeated. I will hit it again.
Natural one.
Natural one.
Okay. Yeah, Drost, instead of being discouraged by this, just puts even more strength into this this attack than before. The door not only gets burst open, you actually knock it off the hinges and it flies out off this little balcony here. It just sails down below.
I know I say it a lot, but fuck that door.
When we make this place our eventual new home base, we're going to really regret this method of opening doors.
Clearly, the doors weren't good enough in the first place. We'll just put better ones in.
It looks like an empty room, right? Just nothing in it.
It's a balcony.
Balcony.
You've seen
Yeah,
many
we
of
have
these
those
around the
barn
place.
doors in here.
No. Seems like we should probably head downstairs and explore further.
Well, we have to. We see the conundrum that the area we need to get to is connected to this northeast elevator, for which, as far as I understand, we have destroyed the access key.
I mean, there's still a pretty big section that we haven't explored in this floor.
I am encouraged by the positive response of our new friends that I may be able to get us down there and back up safely.
Now, before that,
Sure.
security robot, as we are on the final floor, can we have access to the previous floor?
There is no final floor. This is the third floor.
I meant third floor.
The third floor and the other floors are separate floors.
May we descend to floor 2?
Please produce an access key.
The access key is destroyed. What other means do we have to getting to the second floor?
We can always break a hole in the floor.
That would incur penalties.
One moment, Master Lou. Eric.
What's that?
Statue, operator access level. Please enable elevator.
Unknown query.
Well, it was worth a shot.
Worth a shot.
Look at this guy trying to flex on a fucking statue.
Well, you never know. Seems to be an automated system.
Hmm.
Hey, statue, how thick are these floors that cover the elevator?
Dummy thick.
The elevator protection panels
Pretty fucking good.
are half a foot thick of steel.
So if we drop you onto one of them, it wouldn't break?
This would incur penalties.
Mm-hmm.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but I thought we were supposed to go up.
I think they can't read the intention in questions.
Oh my god, is there another floor above us?
Is there?
Is there another floor?
thought there
Yeah, is there
was.
another floor above us?
Let's...
Dighton
What?
told you there were 3 floors to the castle. So you could consider the courtyard above to be a 4th floor, but
Oh, yeah, no, we're at the top.
it does look like the elevators go higher, but you also did see towers up top that had doors on them, so.
What about
Yeah,
this
down
dark
the
room?
road.
Alright, we're going to the dark room. Go to the dark room.
Do it. We're going to the dark room.
Go to the dark room. No rules. Don't laser
I'm going to
me!
go through the special room first and
Tell
tell
him
it
it's
not to laser
Colossus.
us while it's guarding that door.
It's still trying to nod.
At ease. Jesus, don't hurt yourself.
It looks puzzled. It doesn't. You feel like even with your passive insight, you realize it doesn't know what the word ease means.
Oh, no current assignment.
Smack.
It returns to nodding.
You can
Smack.
do budgie, we'll flip that later.
If I remember, this was the most powerful abjuration, so that 16 might not hit.
Yep. Drost, you hit the door, and I would like everybody who's gathered near the door to make a dexterity saving throw.
What does gathered mean? What distance is gathered?
It would be a 20-foot
That's like-
radius, so all of you.
It's like, aw.
Oh,
Is
fuck.
is there any
Oh.
chance I could try to use my reaction to block some of it with my shield?
You know what? I'll allow it. Just make me If you willingly fail the deck
forgo-
save,
Yeah, I'll forgo my deck save.
I'll
to-
give everyone else advantage.
All right, I'll do it.
Alright, let's see if I
Drost
got a
takes the
natural
grenade.
So we get advantage.
Yep.
Alright, 27 was my
18.
original roll.
Ooh, 20.
All right.
For the tank.
I'm gonna just tell you the DC so that everybody can determine if they passed or failed for themselves, because there's a shit ton of numbers in chat. The DC was 14.
Well, that's not that bad.
And as Drost hits the door, fire sparks out in front of him, and just a bead of fire. Drost immediately tries to cover it up, but it erupts around him. And that gives you all some extra time, which helped you avoid it. But you are all taking, depending on whether you passed or failed, would be 24 points of fire damage.
Well, I
Not the
don't
best
give a
roll.
Fuck.
Well, if we pass.
What the fuck, Dross?
If you pass, it would be half. So
Okay.
Oh my god.
No, it's not. I don't have 12 health left
Literally
after 12
nothing.
damage.
What's the pass mark?
14.
I already used my reaction to not take damage earlier, so can't do that. Or,
You also just used your reaction to eat the grenade. So
Yeah, so. Yeah. So it's gone anyways.
You ever just house a grenade to save your friends?
Yes, once.
some real tank stuff.
I'm gonna need some healing.
Kill tank hours. Who up?
Dornall,
Is just brushing smoke and like embers off of his clothing, like, oh.
Probably should have been more careful there.
door no longer looks magical.
It's not magical anymore.
Lovely.
Alright. This is
It
better.
got bonk.
Oh. Does it not just open? Alright, it's still locked, it's just not magical.
Yep, there's a lock on it if you want to pick it, or you could try to bash it in if you want. That's
I
always
mean,
an
I'll pick
option.
it. I like picking locks.
Milos pulls out his tools. It's like, I got this. Then a hammer just hits above his head.
He almost drops one of the
An actual
tools.
key for the door.
Jesus fuck.
All right. Inside, you see a lot of mechanical structures on a circle in the middle. There's another circle in the back with a bunch of other mechanical circles around them. There's many notes on tables near you, and some very strange looking structures in the back that look like they're about 3 feet high and as wide as they are on the map.
Ooh. What if that guy we encountered downstairs was actually our target, but he was just really good at lying?
I don't think. Well, I mean,
I don't know.
would feel
Eli's
like a
pretty good at
fool.
Alright, I'm just saying.
also lying.
I'm just saying, what if?
Yeah, but I'm not good at figuring out if other people are lying. That's for the pros to figure out.
What if this is the security control for all the automated systems?
It does look magical based on the map, but I don't have my eyes open, so I can't tell.
So it's very magical.
Yeah, like how bright is this room?
Very. Everything. Those like things at the back, also magical. Most of this room is just like suffused with magic.
Can I make an Arcana check to figure out what this is / what it does?
Sure. Arcana check would work.
Could I help with that?
Kind of hard to help with a knowledge check, but
I'll do my own Arcana check.
Sorry. Yeah,
I'll do my own Arcana check.
Sometimes I confuse Arcana with like
Holy shit.
reading something.
Yeah.
it can be sometimes. But if you're just looking over something and like, do I recognize this? That's a knowledge
Yeah,
check.
that's fair.
All right, so Milos, Drost, and Karik. All three of you recognize most of what's around you as very advanced magical smithing tools. These are this is a laboratory. This is a place of creation and invention.
Oh my god, I'm in
Not so much a factory as a lab.
Everything
Yes.
here is amazing.
Useful.
I want all of it.
It seems like they use this room for all sorts of experiments.
I would like to attempt to read the notes that are strewn across the table.
Do you know Elvish?
Nope.
You do not. You
I
cannot
know
read.
Carrick.
They are technical documents. They are notes of experiments ran. They are blueprints and designs. They are ideas scratched down and tested. Just the notes of a laboratory.
Any idea what they were trying to make here?
You do recognize a few things. Some of the notes you recognize as a familiar harness. There are notes on the elemental binding process. There are some older looking notes that are they look like they're better protected, like they're from older paper that was magically protected somehow. Again, glows magically to Leroy, that describe the creation process for elemental galleons, things like that. Just looking over all of it, it looks like this is essentially where all of Lorandar's magic items are, if not invented, then at least attempted to be improved.
Yeah.
Perhaps one of you artificers should see what you can scavenge from here.
Seems useful, but I mean, these machines are so nice. Seems like it would be a shame to tear them down.
I mean, who else is going to use them?
I mean, us.
We can take them, potentially.
They're
If we figure out a way to get them out of here.
We also have free reign of this place for now.
Yeah.
And, like, there is the teleportation circle, so we could get back.
No, that is true.
And as much as I like parts, these are something special.
Fair.
It's been years since I've seen tools or machines quite this impressive.
Impressive centrifuge.
That word has been ruined for me.
You're
Damn it.
welcome. That is exactly the context in which Milos used it.
Perfect.
My god, it's impressive.
Drooling a little bit.
Well, fuck. That didn't.
Damn it.
So we have to go back down to the second floor and just brute force our
Let's
way
open
through.
some doors or walls, it seems like.
Yeah.
We be bustin'. There is one more room in here that we haven't explored yet, and I'm curious what's in it.
That's,
Yes,
that's
let's go there.
the thing. We couldn't
Milos
find
will,
any more access keys. That's the only thing that could help.
Milos will pat this machine on the way out and say, we'll be back.
Oh, what if
Carrot
we
looks
just
at
have
this.
him...
Seeing you later.
Wait a
Could this
sec.
make me an access key?
Roll me an Arcana check
Ooh.
Oh.
Okay.
as you look through some of the notes here.
Can I flash that?
Yeah, you're in range to flash that, sure. Consume use of flash. So that's a 14?
Yep.
Alright, you look over some of the notes, Karik, and you do find the design for the access keys, though there's no information on the unique elements of each specific key. You at least would have the understanding of how to create a fresh one.
It just might not do anything.
Right, you might require some more knowledge or something in order to create a specific one, in order to forge one that needs, for a specific lock, rather.
Like a copy of an access key
Or something.
to work with.
Or a specific gem.
Can I pour over these notes and see if I can find anything about like the specific like designs of like the 4 points of the castle and how they're used to create the access keys?
Yeah, you can roll Arcana. Yeah, looking over the notes, you find the same things that Carrick did, assuming you know Elvish. I guess I should start there.
I do.
Okay.
Yep.
Yep, looking over the notes. You find mostly the same things that Carrick did. You find a few other notes that match those notes that Carrick didn't notice that talk about the process of encoding a new access key with, the encrypted key, essentially. But you don't find anything about the actual specifics. There's no passwords on sticky notes here. This is what I'm saying, essentially.
Damn it.
Darn, but what if we wanted to be hackers?
Oh wait, I wanted to know what's in that other room.
We're going off to the other room.
Yeah, I want to know what's in that last room.
So we probably should just peek around this corner out here.
Milos will stand back about 20 feet just in case.
I think it's just a balcony.
Want to know what's down here.
Drost sprints through the hall. Thud, 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 thud.
Meow.
Yep.
Staying back this time in case that's a
Meow.
fire door.
I assume that's taking more time than it actually took. I just don't feel like.
Yeah, no, you're clunking through the hall in your heavy armor. Yeah, it's great. The torches are all rattling in their sconces as you pass. But here you are. There's a door in front of you, Drost. And ye old faithful, you pull out your hammer, smack. And the door opens.
Oh, it's fucking open. Look at that.
Look at you go.
That's a large bed.
There is in this room a luxurious bed, a cushion in the corner, a table, several different glasses and bottles, some chests in the back.
We'll take those bottles.
The whole bed is, the whole room is just very fancy. Everything in here is of nice quality.
Are those bottles?
I just tear apart the room looking for access keys.
Investigation check. Yeah, Nakara, 2 more bottles of fine wine.
Hell yeah.
Can I take a look at this chest?
You can, it's locked.
Oh, I'd like to unlock it.
Faye,
I have to make my next stealth check at disadvantage.
you look at all you look through all the pillows and underneath the bed, underneath chairs. You're not sure where something would be hiding in here if it was hiding in here.
Behind the painting.
This is just fucking losing it at this point.
You know, I think this is perhaps not worth exploring right now. This is just the Baron's quarters, right?
Appears to be the fanciest quarters you've seen so far.
Let's get in there. Maybe there's extras in the chest. Who knows?
Yeah, can I attempt to pick this chest I'm in front of?
You can.
I'm gonna step outside the room.
25.
I attempt to spike this chest into the ground. I'm not gonna do that.
There's an access key in it. It shatters.
It shatters, yeah.
Fucking jump out the window right now.
Yeah, Milos, you it takes you a minute, but you manage to pop open that chest. Inside are just layers and layers of very fine clothes.
I will take those.
You may add 8 sets of fine clothes to your inventory.
Now every Mirandar person is going to be like, wait, are you the Archmage?
Yeah, these are the Archmage robes from Skyrim, exactly. Hell yeah.
Does that mean you get twice as many spell slots? I'm pretty sure that's what those do.
Oh, I think that's what those do, yeah. They
No,
make everything
that's-
cost 50% less mana.
That's what getting vaccinated does.
I thought that was 2 level spells per turn.
The same thing.
At 2, actually, both.
All of the above.
I would take either. Can confirm.
We do it.
Leroy, there's a chest in front of you.
Yeah, I would like to attempt to open it.
It's locked.
Bummer. I would like to step across this bed and let somebody else open it.
Yeah, I'll try it.
You sink really far into the bed. It's very soft, and you're made of metal.
Very soft. And I'm made of metal. I'm actually gonna flop down on it.
Congratulations.
You like sink so deep into it that people standing beside the bed might not be able to see you, depending on their height.
Yeah, because I weigh like 6
Yeah, you're very heavy. And you apply your weight into a very narrow area because it's not like you're a giant person. You're very dense and you cover like a small area. You just sink right down into the middle. Yeah, go ahead and roll me another check for that, Milos.
30.
Easy enough. Click, click. You actually open up the chest, and then you notice as you pull it open that it was trapped. But you were so good at picking the lock, you completely emulated the key perfectly and did not set off the trap.
Well, that's convenient. It looks like this one was trapped, guys.
With the nearly impossible total of 30, you manage it.
Fucking 30, bro.
That's fucking 30.
Yeah, dang.
Like, do that with only a 16? Goddamn.
And
So-
the one on the D4.
Yeah.
So Dress was gonna attempt to lift the bed until Fat Ass decided to sink into it. So I will stand next to the bed and
Very thin.
stare.
It's more like dense ass, but yes.
Fat Ass, yeah.
I'm pretty lanky. I just happen to be made mostly of breast.
Always dense like cinnamon rolls made
Yes.
with whole wheat flour.
Was there anything in the chest?
My
Yes.
cinnamon rolls alone. You
Yeah.
liked it. Don't pretend you didn't like my cinnamon rolls, you bitch.
Inside the chest, surrounded by cushions, is an orb.
Orb.
It's a glass orb.
Can I... Hey, Leroy, does this orb look magical?
I sort of.
Without touching it. without touching it.
Leroy attempts to get up, but he's like stuck in the bed, like rocking back and forth, trying to get traction, and then eventually flops over to the side of the bed and like leans his head over the edge.
I hang my head over. What, that orb?
Very magic.
Yeah, that's hella magical.
Yeah, hella
Very
magic.
magical. Great, I'm gonna flash cast Identify. No ritual. Bam.
Bam! Action cast. I think it still takes 1 minute.
Yes.
Yep.
I wait a minute. staring at the storm.
Yes, it's magic.
Touch it.
Stare.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna touch the orb.
Reach down and touch the orb.
I reach down and touch the orb.
Yeah,
Scare arm.
it wasn't a question, it was a statement. You reach down and touch the orb, and you start to cast Identify. About a minute later, you learn if it's a magic imbued object, you learn its properties and how to use them. It does not require attunement. It does not have charges. There are no spells affecting it. It was not created by a spell. It is a magic item. You know its properties.
I'm waiting for Jordan to just go.
And how to
whisper.
use them. Well, it doesn't reveal curses. I know that much.
The Eye of Vecna. Wait, he didn't say no, guys.
It's the left
This-
nut of Vecna.
God damn it.
Holy shit.
Remember, you have to replace that part of your body with it for it to function. That's how pieces of Vecna work. So that's just how Vecna works. So
Oh my God.
I didn't make the rules.
Lord to the right.
It's like a 5-inch orb. It's like
shriveled undead ball.
anyways. This does not look like one of the access keys you found. But you do figure that its purpose is to serve as a key of some sort.
What if that's
Hey,
the
look.
key to the treasure room? Wait, is that the universal key that we've been looking for this whole fucking time?
I don't know. Worth a shot. It's a key
Let's-
of some kind.
Let's take it back to the northeast. Let's see if they accept it.
All right.
Oh, we can go to the treasury and maybe they have more
Teleport.
access keys.
Guys, aren't you
How-
happy I didn't spike this one?
Oh, I was also gonna lift the bed.
It was
Yeah,
so
you-
close.
Just- okay.
It was so close. Oh, you lift the bed?
Yeah, I'm lifting the bed.
I'm just gonna look underneath it.
You feel a little bit of resistance as you lift the bed, Drost.
Okay.
Do you pull harder?
Yeah. Yes.
All right, you hear a pop, pop as you pull the bed off the floor, and a couple bolts just spring up against the ceiling and spring around the room for a second before they land on the ground. You realize that the bed was bolted to the floor, and you just managed to shake it free. Anyways, you pull the bed up, and it's just empty underneath.
Oh, it's just empty.
Yeah. You creak the metal frame of the bed up, and just pop, pop.
Man, they can even bolt his bed to the floor.
Interesting.
Kinky.
Yeah, kinky. My boy's got some power.
I have a plan. Can we is there a way for
Some
me
of
to
your friends are
like,
already
drag
moving.
us to the fucking
Let's see. You guys have explored like most of this floor already, right? Yeah. There's no more dark rooms. All
Literally
right.
all of it.
Well, you're about to go on a wild adventure. Have fun.
It's like the magic school bus.
Woo! You can see everything. Oh, I didn't. Oh, Eli just sees his friends disappear. All right.
Alright, I'm going in.
I missed the
We
small
have the
token.
access key.
I wonder if holding the orb lets you see invisible doors and shit.
I am still holding the orb, and did I see any invisible doors?
Let me. Okay, holding the orb.
I like
You
that he
saw
actually
no
has to
invisible
check.
doors.
Great.
But the fact that he had to check instead of saying no makes me really hopeful.
The place is a hellscape.
I'm gonna try and mage hand it into the elevator slot.
It is
I
way
guess.
too fucking big. This is like a like a 1 inch by half inch like slot on the floor, and you've got like a 5-inch diameter like crystal ball in your
It's
hand,
really impressive.
like a softball. Like
I'm pointing to Milos and I'm saying to the robots, we have the universal access key.
My love, quit being a chicken and just stick it in.
Yikes.
roll me persuasion, Faye.
someone guide me.
Yeah, fuck you.
Too late. It's
Sick
too
boy.
late. It's too late for guidance.
Suck it.
I'm just gonna ask. Does anyone want to flash this?
Fucking do
No
it. We
one
have it.
say a
Do it.
word.
Please. Let
Fuck
us
it,
go somewhere.
I'll use my last flash.
Okay.
30.
The robot looks really puzzled for a second and just stares at the orb. And then just like smoke starts to rise from its ears a little bit as it gets very confused about what's going on. And it just appears locked up.
Okay, just send it.
Well, shit.
Hey Dross, can you hammer the floor? It looks
No,
like
we're
he's
not.
stuck.
We're not going to hammer the floor.
Should we take this to the treasury then to see if there are any more keys?
Put the ball in the slot.
I tried, it's way too big.
Wait, oh, it's just not even close. Like it doesn't. What if you hold it and focus on the door?
I hold it and focus on the door while standing on top of the shutter.
Wait, doesn't it
And
identify
just-
tell you how to use it?
Roll me a check with your spellcasting ability modifier and proficiency.
Identify does tell you how to use it.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's why I'm having him roll a
Okay, guidance.
spellcasting check. You may.
23.
Okay, guidance.
Oh,
Wait.
guidance.
Wait. 23
24.
guys.
The door begins to open.
Okay, it worked.
Milos begins to fall. Milos, do you want to take any reaction to this, or are you just gonna fall?
My featherfall token will activate.
It is a 20-foot. It is greater than a 20-foot drop, so it would activate. Yes. Milos falls a few feet into the hole as you all watch, and then you rush over to the edge of the hole and look down, and he is slowly drifting to the ground the final few feet.
Don't we just step out and think to go down?
This
Isn't
seemed
that-
more dramatic. I'll yell up.
Isn't that what we did? Okay.
Does that mean I'm on the floor below now?
Nakar will just somersault down.
Let's.
Yeah, Nakarth can easily make it down.
I will step out and think down.
Just gonna look down. Hey, Nakara, can you catch me?
I think you should ask Dross to catch you.
As you're having this conversation, Dross steps over the edge and just plummets.
Chevy like a rock.
I can carry you down. I can fly.
Oh, okay. I'm just gonna jump on Carrick's shoulders.
Dross just steps out very confidently. It's like a Bugs Bunny, like not like a Roadrunner cartoon. He like walks off the edge and then just falls straight down afterwards. Dross, you take 11 points of bludgeoning damage.
Or my Featherfall token will kick in.
Your Featherfall token will kick in, yes.
Because I have one.
So Dross plummets 20 feet and then safely lands down next to Milos.
Hey, it doesn't work.
Do the same.
Don't just step off. It's dangerous.
I just step off.
The two heaviest members of the party both just step off.
I also use my Featherfall token.
Okay. That's all right. Go ahead and
Yeah, we're just sending it.
everyone
Jesus.
who's using their Featherfall token, make sure that's marked as consumed. That's easy enough.
I don't think I ever put in my inventory, so.
I
So
think
you die?
Carrick and Faye were. Faye was being carried, right?
Yep.
Dross yote himself in. I believe everybody has made their way down one way or another, right?
To be clear, everyone, I don't have any spell slots left.
I'm aware.
Okay.
Oh yeah, we're scraping through here.
I mean, I could use a short rest. But
Oops, sorry. There you go.
I can still hit people just as hard.
Wait.
Ooh, doors.
Oh god,
But not ours.
we fucking.
Is this a stone door with with no defining features?
No, it's just a door.
Try to
Okay.
open it.
Door.
Okay.
Hello, gents. We have access
we
because
are.
we're here.
Meow.
Alright, so we're back down here. Oh, I have a strong intuition that perhaps down this hallway. Magic doors, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Wait, what? The one to the far right by Nakarth and Clemens is an unmarked stone door. This one in front of you actually is unlocked. I left it locked by accident. It is not magic. Neither is this one. None of the doors are magic. Fucking none of them, except for the one right back there.
There's some odd stone on the floor, and I don't know what it is.
What do I write? What this do be?
It's very magic.
Well, it's extremely magic, whatever it is.
There's sort of, some steps up to a stone circle on the floor in front of you. And then up against the wall, there's like a circle of stone kind of framing a circle of the wall.
Is it something not common but recognizable, or is it something that we don't know?
You can roll Arcana.
I love Arcana.
Me too.
Also, wow, I just realized how late it was getting. I'll finish describing this, then we'll call it.
What the heck?
Dross stands on the circle.
Yep, draw stands in the
Elias
circle.
is in here.
I didn't realize that's the circle
Yep,
you're
there we
talking
go.
about. I'm
I
just
did it.
kind of.
I did it.
I'm just kind of yeeting around.
Faye, you look at the circle, and you realize that the outside is, I believe Celestial, right? I don't think anyone else. Does anyone else in the party know Celestial?
Milos knows Celestial.
So Milos would have recognized that as Celestial as well, but Faye is the one who cracks this first.
So does Makara. Show your idea.
Great. You're not near it, though. Good to know for the future, though. Anyways, Faye reads the outside of this, and it's an arcane formula written in Celestial. There's some parts of it missing. You know what those parts are. This isn't a particularly complicated formula, or at least it's not to you, not with a natural 20 and a 24 on an Arcana check. And you think you might be able to fill in the missing bits of this formula. If,
Alright.
they are missing on stone, so you'd have to carve them in or use some magic to imprint them there, but
Yes. Is that the note we're gonna end on?
yeah, we can end there, I guess. I didn't know if you wanted to at least describe solving it, and then we can call it. You guys
yeah,
like.
let's do that.
What's
Um,
the formula, though?
It's not expressible in English. Sorry. It's
Great.
very it doesn't translate well.
Okay.
I have a dagger. I'm just gonna carve it in the rock. I'm gonna finish the formula.
All right, Faye just walks up and just scrape. It's not a very pretty carving. It's just with a dagger, but you manage to kind of just scratch on the surface of these rocks, and one by one, as Faye begins to carve these runes into the stones, they light up, and kind of the portion of the circle up to that point lights up, and by the time she finishes all of the runes, the whole circle has been lit up, and the air in front of you begins to shimmer, and that's where we'll pick up next time.